Welcome back everybody to another video on this 91 Nissan 300ZX. So as you guys can see, I got the radiator put back on. I had that fixed. I was gonna put coolant in it, but decided to put water in it at first just to make sure that there isn't any leaks before I fill it up with coolant. Then I'm just gonna be dumping coolant for no reason. So for right now, it's just got water. I still haven't gotten any spark plugs for this thing, but I will have to do that. I'm gonna have to get all 6 spark plugs. The thing that I'm seeing right now is that this thing is stupid low. I didn't think it was gonna look this low on these wheels. I thought it was actually gonna be a little higher, but these things are tucking. So I was dumb. Originally in the last video I said that the wheels didn't fit and I was gonna have to get different tires. They all looked the same. The tires all looked the same to me. They were all really tall, and I figured they were the same. I looked at 2 of them and they were the same number, so I was like, whatever, they're all the same. But it ended up being that the rear ones were just a little bit bigger than the front ones, so I just had to make sure that they were on the right spot, and they're all good now. But they are really tall, but you know, they fit. The other thing was that I ended up putting the old exhaust back on, just so it has something on there for now, because I probably won't get the exhaust made for a little while. But anyways, now what's gonna happen is we're gonna get this thing started up, finally pull it out of the garage, and maybe go for a little drive. Maybe wait till tomorrow because it's already dark, but if I could at least pull it out of the garage and turn it around, and just, you know, I could do that tomorrow, go for a little drive, that would be amazing. I'm gonna try and turn it on and drive it out of the garage and let it idle, see what happens, see if we don't have any more issues. So the engine is idling pretty good, but I don't know if you guys can hear that ticking. I just checked right now and make sure it had enough oil. I I'm pretty sure I put enough oil in there, but still kind of ticking. You know, these cars do have problems with lifters, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a lifter. It kind of sounds. I'm really hoping it's not what it is, but it kind of sounds like it's down lower. When I rev it a little bit, it knocks, but I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm really hoping that's not what I think it is. I would be much happier if it was just a lifter issue. I can fix that no problem, but if it's a rod knock, I don't know. So I'm hoping I'm gonna let it run for a little while, and then maybe tomorrow too I could just let it run outside for a while, let it idle, and maybe it just needs to, because I don't know, who knows how long this engine's been sitting around, so I don't know, we'll see. It ran perfectly fine when I first started it, and I revved it, and it made no noises, and now it's making this knocking sound, so not too sure what's going on there, but let's just hope that it goes away, I guess, as it warms up. I don't think I let it warm up long enough earlier. It still read cold on the gauge, and pretty sure that thing still worked. So we're gonna let it run and see what happens. So it's been idling now for a little bit, maybe like 15 minutes, and it seems to be getting better, but I don't know. I don't want to rev it yet a little or anything. The ticking seems to have calmed down. So I mean, it could be a lifter. I've heard it kind of be a lifter, but I mean, I've heard lifters sound like that before on these cars, but I don't know. Sometimes, you get a little worried when your car do a whole engine swap and then the engine starts making weird noises like that. I mean, it is a used engine, so these things can happen, but it would really suck. So I'm just gonna keep letting it idle some more, and we'll keep going from there. Well, that's that for now. I didn't try and mess with the throttle anymore just because that noise kind of scared me, so we'll see. We'll have to continue this tomorrow morning, let it idle some more and see if it got any better. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news on this thing. All right, everybody. So it's the next day, but it's already nighttime. I didn't mess with this thing until like an hour ago. I had somebody else help me figure out where the knocking noise was at, and we ended up determining that it's up here on the head somewhere. So we're guessing, we're hoping that it's a lifter. We were going through the whole motor trying to see if we could hear the sound underneath on the block or where it might be coming from, but we ended up hearing the sound the most right over here on this side of the engine. So we're hoping it's going to be a lifter. Not too sure yet. I really don't feel like taking the engine apart again right now. I go back to work tomorrow, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be next week, but I'm going to be taking intake off, these two valve covers, and seeing if we find a collapsed lifter. But yeah, really sucks because, you know, how much time you put into a car for it to just do this again. I mean, I know I got this engine pretty cheap, and you know that can happen. That can happen at any time. Even if I paid good money for an engine, I can still have a lifter go out. But it does still suck because I got to take it apart again. And if it is a bad lifter, you got to take all the timing stuff off. And in that case, I probably do both sides. That's gonna be it for this video. But the next time you guys see this, I'm not gonna do it on camera. I'll have this all taken apart, and hopefully I'll have found a bad lifter so I can show you guys what happened. If not, then I may just put it all back together, push it off to the side of the house, and leave it until I decide what I'm gonna do with it. But anyways, that's it for this one. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.